So coordinate geometry. And I'm not going to fill this in for you. This is for you to decide. If you want me to look it over and say, hey, would this be good enough? Let me know. All right. But because there's so many ways, I am not going to force you to do it one way. All right. So on the exam next Tuesday, if it says prove a parallelogram, how would you do it? All right. How would you do it? So for instance, I'll just throw one example. Maybe this is how I would do it. If you don't want to do it this way, find a way that works. Maybe I'm going to prove opposite sides parallel because I love using the slope formula. Maybe that's how I'll do it. If you don't want, if you're a distance person, do opposite sides congruent. All right. How are you going to prove now a rhombus? Rectangle. And square. Have a plan ready to go. All right, I'm going to do this and this. If you want to show me your plan to make sure it's going to work and it's good enough and enough information, let me know. That's what these review sessions are for coming up. And the other one, hold on. And the other one I would have a plan for, even though we haven't seen any of it, isosceles trapezoid. If it said graph this figure and prove it's an isosceles trapezoid, how would you do that on the graph? Okay? So I just want to make sure, because I think it won't go well if you just, the first time you're thinking about this is when you see the problem on the exam. Just, oh, wait, how am I going to show this as a rectangle? And you don't know if it's enough information or not. Go ahead, Abbott.
Are those kind of proofs where you say that
This is what on coordinate geometry is when you graph the figure and prove it's this.
Well, are those proofs where you disprove it at the end going to be on here?
I have never seen one, but I don't want to say no. You're talking about indirect proofs. That's what we call those. Yes, indirect proofs. Assumption led to contradiction. Yep. I have never seen one on the geometry exam, but that doesn't mean I'm saying it's not going to be on there because I don't have any knowledge of anything. So just in case, I just wanted to make sure you guys had a plan. All right. If it's a coordinate geometry proof in one of these, now will it have to be quadrilateral? It might be right triangle. We did one a couple of weeks ago with prove it's a isosceles triangle or a right triangle. Rachel.
I was doing a problem with the rhombus.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I did all sides congruent.
That's all you need. That would be my go-to, honestly, because if you try diagonals perpendicular, you need to say it's a parallelogram first. But if you go right to all four sides congruent, that's it. It's a rhombus. You don't have to say anything else. Okay. So that would be my go-to. Just use 4 distance formulas. Anything else? So have a plan. All right. And it's all in your cold hard fact sheet how to do everything too. And if you want me to look over your plan, I'll be more than happy to tell you, yes, that's like Rachel just did. Yes, that's enough information, or no, this is what you would have to do in addition. All right. I'm not standing up here today. You guys have a slew of exams, all right, that you can print out or finish right now. You know where all the answer keys are. I will help you out individually. If you want to go somewhere and work with other people in the room, that's fine. You can move around and work with other people. But this whole time is dedicated to getting reps. All right, so go ahead. If you want help filling out your master formula sheet, I'll help you with that. If you want me to check over some formulas, it's your call today, whatever you need to work on. There are compasses and straight edges over on the back table here if you need any of those.